Kim Ruji. As a television news reporter in Los Angeles, I've investigated hundreds of problems, and today we're going to focus on a problem that affects millions of people: stretch marks. Pregnant women aren't the only ones who get stretch marks. Teenagers who grow rapidly can get them too, and so can people who gain or lose a lot of weight. So what can be done about existing stretch marks, and how can you prevent them? For the answers to those questions, we turn to Dr. David Stoll. He's a Beverly Hills dermatologist and the author of a popular book called A Woman's Skin. Hi, doctor.
How are you,
Thanks
Kim?
for having us.
Thank you.
So tell us, what are the latest treatments for stretch marks?
Let's start with lasers. Lasers have been around for a while, but recently we're developing better and better laser treatments, especially for stretch marks.
Are there any downsides to laser treatments?
Lasers do take a few treatments in order to get better, and they cost a few $100s per treatment. And of course, lasers should not be used during pregnancy because they can have a bad effect on the fetus, so you shouldn't use laser treatments to either prevent or to treat existing stretch marks during pregnancy.
So if you are expecting, you are pregnant, what can you do about stretch marks?
Well, we mentioned you can't use lasers. Similarly, you cannot use prescription strength creams like Retin-A because it could potentially be toxic to the fetus. But lately we've come up with better and safer creams that we can use to treat existing stretch marks and to prevent them as well.
And I understand you have a new cream. Tell us about that.
That is correct. It's called VivaPlex, and it's a new patented natural cream and lotion that I've developed to both prevent and improve the appearance of existing stretch marks. The active ingredient is creatine, which is a naturally occurring molecule that can be applied to the skin, energizes skin cells, and improves the appearance of stretch marks.
So these are stretch marks you already have?
That is correct. Stretch marks that you have, but it also can be used to prevent stretch marks as well in pregnant women.
So with this new cream, have you tested it? Like, how do we know it works?
We've done independent third-party testing, which means we took the product to someone independently and had that laboratory test them on real people to see if it worked. Here's a comparison of VivaPlex used in stretch marks in pregnancy. Now, VivaPlex, only 14% of the women develop stretch marks as opposed to the national average of over 70%. So VivaPlex is 5 times better results than the national average, and much, much better results than cocoa butter as well.
And what about if you already had stretch marks? Do you have any data?
Yes, now that is another study that we performed, again, an independent third-party study. We compared VivaPlex to the leading prescription strength cream, which is Retin-A. Well, VivaPlex not only got better results than Retin-A in improving the size of stretch marks, but it also had about 95% less irritation than the Retin-A does. So VivaPlex improves the appearance of stretch marks better than Retin-A, much less irritation, it's non-prescription, and it also costs about half the price of Retin-A.
There's so many things you can't use when you're pregnant. They say, don't use this, don't use that. Is VivaPlex safe if you're pregnant?
Sure, we've done safety studies on VivaPlex, again, independent safety studies, many of them in animals and humans, IRB approved, that's a fancy word for independent review board testing, and all of them point to the safety factor of VivaPlex during pregnancy. It's also safe if you're breastfeeding, if you're teenagers, if you're a bodybuilder and you want to use it as well. It's perfectly safe for all those categories.
And do I need to come see you in Beverly Hills? Do I need a prescription? How do
You don't need a prescription. It's a non-prescription item. You can go online to vivaplex.com and purchase it there.
That is the latest news on stretch marks. I'm Kim Ruji. Thanks for joining us.